especially in 1 and 2, but late into that run, he said the car fell off big time. He said he was in a four-wheel drift there.
Oh, it's a huge wreck on pit road.
We talked about how narrow it was, and look at this. They're piled up at the end of pit road.
Piled up. There's like 6 cars you can't even get by. Huge damage to the 48, the 37 we see in there. Unbelievable.
Scary, obviously. Here's this. They start coming on pit road, and they just all got stacked up right there. One driver had to slow up because of a guy turning into his pits, and then they just all stacked up.
And this is the narrowest pit road on the series.
Yeah.
24 feet. And, you know, cars in their pit boxes taking up a majority of that, or some of that. And when a car does get slowed down on, you know, it's a chain reaction, a domino effect that starts way up here. And then look at the cars. There's nowhere for these guys to go because of how narrow that pit road is, and affected so many cars.
We also saw a tire got hit there. Those things are 70 pounds that just got thrown in the air there. Great to see a smile on his face.
He's awake and alert, but he has been transported to the hospital for further evaluation. I also spoke to Corey LaJoie. You see the moment of impact there, who had been in the infield care center with Zach. He said he stopped in to check on him, and Zach was able to give him the big thumbs up, so that's good news. But as I said, the team's just told us that he has been transported.
They look the same, but I promise you they're not.
Oh, we got a car in the fence. The 6 of Newman.
Big smoking car for Ryan Newman, as a lot of damage to the right side of that car. And the caution has come out once again.
He's running 18th. And we talked about
he had a vibration. An Indiana kid, Ryan
Right
Newman.
here. Oh, looks like a flat right front to me.
Well, we talked about it, guys. You know, this racetrack is one of the most abrasive.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Such a nasty, nasty angle into turn 3. One of the fastest parts of the racetrack for these guys. And, you know, it's just, there's no practice. It's a green racetrack. It's incredibly abrasive. We've seen this track just destroy tires throughout a tire test. These tires, even this far into the race, are still not able to go through an entire run. Steve, you talked about it, how this track has grooves in it, and it's like a cheese grater to these tires, and takes quite a while for this place to work in. There's been no lap.
Oh, gosh. That is such a big impact.
We're so thankful for all this.
I thought William was going to get on the right rear quarter panel, but he wasn't able to.
It's going to hurt William.
yeah.
Oh, William's got a left front tire issue.
Blew up. The left front tire blows up on the 24.
Remember, just took right sides. 2 tires only on the last pit stop. That left front had time on it. I don't know if you ran over something.
Left front came apart.
Yeah, he might have come flat.
Again, caution for that 24, Kelly.
And Rick, I can tell you that William Byron said something broke right there, and then he said the left was dragging. So that was something broke leading up to all of that. William Byron, as you know, had been on old tires, as they only took 2 on that last stop.
Yeah, I'm just speculating that he might have drugged that left front into the stall. It's already worn out. So if he's pitting under with 4 old tires and slides it even just a foot, that could be enough to get it to the fabric.
I flinched.
You have to take those runs. You have to take every run you get, especially against Denny Hamlin, who looks like he has the best car.
Ryan Blaney hard into the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
Blaney was running 12th. We saw he got damaged on pit road earlier and fought back up to 12th. I wonder if Ryan was just going a little bit quicker into 3 than he thought he was, He got a big shove. Loose. It was just so early we got loose.
Yeah.
They have to come to pit road, but man, it just shows if you can get out front. Oh boy, wow, huge.
And this is going to be a caution right here. Big hit again. This time it's Alex Bowman in the 88.
That looks a lot like Erik Jones'
Jones' turn
turn
1. They're coming out of.
Wow. Yeah. Again, a really hard hit there. Looked like the right.
It's the most terrifying moment as a driver.
There's no question in your mind you're gonna hit really hard.
Remember, you know, we saw a restart and the craziness, but the control of this race changed on that green flag.
Hard into the wall. Denny Hamlin. Hamlin from the lead slams into the wall. Again, we see a right side, right front failure, and Hamlin hard into the wall.
Catch your breath. Talk.
We mentioned it when Erik Jones slammed into the wall, one of the hardest hits. And then we see it duplicated by Denny Hamlin there.
Off into turn one, and the right front goes.
Seen some big impacts today. It's such a big hit.
It's so surprising to me too, because we've just been talking about it for the last several laps about the clean air that he's enjoyed. And
well, one thing you wonder, Junior, is, you know, with the cooler temperatures, right? It's gotten
more speed.
Yeah, it's probably faster than it was. Clean air, just carrying so much speed. You just wonder if that, you know, that extra pressure on the tires.
And you have to acknowledge that his teammate Jones had an issue.
Yep.
The 18, Kyle Busch, talked about having a vibration just before Jones had his accident. I really wish we could show you what this racetrack surface looks like and how those grooves are cut into it. They kind of run parallel with the race car. They're very sharp.
Yeah, 26 laps on that right front tire. You have to ask yourself, as you look through the rest of the field, what does everybody else do now? With only 5 laps to go, you would definitely want to stay up. We're hearing a lot of buzz about some other possible vibrations in the top 5 or 10. And as a driver, you come by and you see this, or as a crew chief, you see.
Big wreck behind him. A couple cars in the grass here.
Benedetto and Austin Dillon. And remember, Dillon was right up there. He was up front helping push Harvin.
Let's take a look at this wreck and see what happened with Austin Dillon. Oh, Matthew tries to get down in the inside of Austin, and they both end up in the fence. Oh, and another aggressive move there. Watch here. Austin just doesn't give him the room, and Matt kind of bombed in there.
And that 34 that came through Michael McDowell ended up in 7th. So that position they were racing for was going to be well inside the top 10.
Yeah.
How about McDowell?